and then you drop it in some damn, some fertilizer and some soil, and then you start growing your own stuff in your house.
I want to get to someone said it. Oh, it says, Mary Chan. I'll get to you in a second. About the seeds thing.
Mhm.
Like out on the farm where I was raised, right? It was I ate a peach one day. I remember, and I threw it in the corner over there by a fence. And in a year, that thing grew. A peach tree started growing. We don't grow peaches out in Southern California where it's too hot for. It grew, and it ended up making us such peaches. It was crazy. Grew wild, you know. And
Yeah.
of course, we irrigated, and we didn't know it just sucked off the irrigation. It wasn't like that. So, and I'm telling you, and so the other day, someone was pointing it out to me, and I didn't really realize it. If it doesn't have seeds, it ain't good for you because it sure isn't natural. And we used to think, oh,
Right.
great, they don't have no seeds in watermelon anymore. You don't have to worry
Woo!
about that. But
Remember
now you're
that?
eating this. Who knows what you're eating?
Yep.
And so that
Remember
leads to
grapes?
Mary.
Remember when you got seeds without grapes? You're like, oh, I could eat it, and I ain't got to crunch into that shit. Oh, you felt like you were rich. You like,
Right.
oh, seedless grapes. Eat
And
them
yeah,
shits
and
fast.
and
Ooh,
then
you like,
Marcy Chan goes. This leads to Marcy Chan. She says, and when they and when they permit it, ask why. I think she's talking about why did they make marijuana legal? Because it no longer was good for us. I think it's bad for us now. The stuff
yeah,
they have.
yes, the stuff that they have now, totally
Yeah,
bad. But that's the
it,
only reason they're like, oh, we can tax it somehow, and plus, we're going to give them our version of what we think they should have.
which can't be good
Totally,
for you.
we know it's not. We know
You know,
it's not.
and I really think regional marijuana, the natural marijuana, I think it was good for you. I really do.
Yeah.
You know, I think it had so many purposes. So yeah, if it doesn't have seeds, it's not good. So it's not. And then I learned about bananas. If you go, we get these special looking bananas. When I was you've been
Yeah.
overseas and stuff. Their
Yeah.
bananas don't look like ours
Mm-mm.
because
Mm-mm.
they have natural bananas. You can actually use that banana and you can plant. You can make a tree. You ain't making no tree out of ours because we have to have these special looking bananas. They
Mm-hmm.
said. I'm not sure it's true. I was just listening to a story, and of course they're pro against it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were saying even the animals won't touch the bananas we eat over there. They grow for us. They'll eat the other bananas that are little and dinky out of shape things. That's what we used to get in Turkey and in Spain and stuff. And I go, oh, these are, but they're real bananas. That's the difference. Our
Mm.
oranges, no seeds. How can that be real? Right?
Yeah, man. They
But
be
they
fucking with
sold
you,
us.
man.
It's got to be terrible.
And the limes, dude, the limes. I don't know how they get the limes, but if you notice, go to your local store, get the limes. Limes I've been looking at the limes for the last few years. All the limes have zero seeds in them. I'm not talking limon. I'm talking
I'm talking about the
lime.
green limes. Yeah.
The green limes, dude. Green limes. No seeds.
Yeah. Walking Axel, I agree with you. You have a peach tree in Cal. I said they don't grow peach trees in Southern California as a harvest
Wow.
like that. It's just not made for the climate, But we could grow them. We had peach trees, we had tangerine trees, we had date trees. We had I can't even imagine. We never went to the store for any fruits or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was all on our trees all year round,
Yeah, man, that's the
especially Southern
joy of
California.
having nice fertile land, man, to do
Yeah.
things like that, or just having the capability to do that. I know at my parents' house now they have a crabapple tree, they have a cherry tree out front, and they have grapes growing along the house. Right now, I'm thinking the grapes are growing, and then they'll be growing probably well into like September. And then on the other side of the house, they've got blackberries, big giant blackberry bush. And I'm just like, damn, man, like you don't find these around. Like back in the day, it was everywhere. Everybody had some shit growing. You know what I'm saying? It was just natural. It just happened. Everything was growing everywhere.
And it was like before the 2020, there was this lady in England that they were out and they call it gardens. Their yards are called gardens. All right, so don't think garden. Every yard's a garden, no matter what, And they made it illegal to grow certain food in their yards or gardens.
Hmm.
And she tested it in this one town. They were using it as an example, and they arrested her. It's like the guy
What?
they arrested in Denver for collecting the rainwater. They make it illegal to collect rainwater.
Yes.
I
Yes,
go, oh my gosh.
there's certain places where it's totally illegal to collect rainwater. They mark them out. There's a website. I forgot the name of the website. I'll find it. I'll track it down and I'll share it with y'all. But yeah, there's a website that shows you like where it's illegal to collect rainwater. That's right.
And Justin Johnson goes, you know it's bad when a dog won't eat it. You know
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yep, turns his nose up and looks away.
Oh, you know it.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I'll hand my food to a dog, and if it licks it and wants to eat it, I'll take it back and eat it myself.
Yeah. Or if you
Just
pretend it
joking.
poisoned you, the dog will like spit it out.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that. Spit it out, look at you.
It says, "Oh wow, this truth." How do you say that person name's person? Trollette.
Truth Trollette.
Truth. No, it's a little troller. Okay, ants won't even eat watermelon anymore. It seems, and tomatoes don't even break down when they throw. Hey, don't get me on tomatoes, people. Don't get me on the vegetables on some of the things. They push the vegetables so hard, and everybody thinks all vegetables are so good for you. I would look into vegetables. I know I'm one of the few people, but look into where did vegetables come from? How did they start? I know where the berries came from, and I know where on the vines and stuff. I know where all the fruit trees came from, the dates, the coconuts, and papayas, and all that stuff. We know it come from trees,
That
and
or
they grow wild.
right. That or
Yeah.
there's a severe brain trauma and then it leaves a lot of people bedridden, can't do shit. They turn into
Oh, what's that?
vegetables too.
Oh yeah, the vegetables. And so I'm just saying, this is just me. I've never said this to anyone, I don't think. But vegetables, think about it. Tomatoes have to be cultivated and harvested. You're not going to find wild tomatoes. Oh, they say, oh, we found wild onions. Yeah, they're spread from our onions and when the seeds blow away, but they're not wild. They're still been cultivated and had to be harvested by man. Where did they come from? I guess we just go the creator created them and we all of a sudden started using them. I don't know. I don't get
Onions?
vegetables.
Oh, right.
No, just vegetables. Like
Norman, do you even like vegetables?
um, is corn
That's why
really a
you don't get
vegetable? I
them.
peas. I like me, but the vegetables they push them so hard on us. And they're pushed and pushed, and look who the people are telling us they're good. I'm just saying, what happens? Some of the vegetables are related to, like tomatoes. He's saying they're called nightshade. You know what nightshade plants are?
They're poisonous. Like night
Spinach
typically
is a nightshade.
spinach,
Tomatoes are nightshade.
what's the purple one? The purple long one that they make penis fucking
Yes,
emojis with. Those are
eggplant.
nightshades too.
Yes,
Eggplant,
they're
yeah.
all they're
Egg,
all nightshade.
those are nightshades. Like peppers, green peppers, I think as well.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm just thinking that's just my idea, Justin Johnson. It was a rule of thumb for my granny. If animals won't touch it, you shouldn't eat it
Shouldn't
either.
eat it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like cashews. You know, cashews are extremely poisonous. They have to go through such a process just to make them so that we can eat them. I'm serious. Animals will never touch. I like that. Who said that? Who said that? If the animals, who said that? That was a nice
Couple
one.
of people, yeah, a couple of people in here said
Yeah,
that.
Granny, if animals won't touch it, you shouldn't either. Very good. I like that. I like to see
Mhm.
an animal eat spinach. I don't even think a rabbit eats spinach.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I'm just guessing on
Man,
that one.
spinach, greens, collard greens, mustard greens, kale. Like I be eating the fuck out of that, man.
Yeah.
I be eating the fuck out of some spinach, man. I be eating greens like a motherfucker, especially with some vinegar in it. God, dog, man.
There ain't one kid who naturally likes those vegetables.
Really?
What kid?
Like,
2-year-old's gonna eat the vegetables.
well, I used to eat I used to eat broccoli a lot as a kid. I used to eat broccoli a lot, man. Like a
My kids
lot, a
did
lot.
too. Well, we were so my ex-wife, she was big on that. We never bought baby food. She'd process her own, go through the blender, mix it
She's
up.
like,
Or
baby food. You're eating grown-up food. The
no,
baby's like,
she didn't eat the baby. She would go to the. We lived in England when they're born, and we go to the market every weekend. They
Okay, it's time to take the transit to the beach. And let's see what kind of observations we make. Basically, we're going to be looking for curvature. If you want to get right to the point, go to 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Let's take a look at this preliminary observation, almost 6 miles. I'm using a 25 power scope and having almost 5'2" off the ground. So here's a guy standing here about a few hundred yards away, and this corner right here is about almost 6 miles away. Let's take a look. Here we are at Vanderbilt Beach, and I'm on the edge of the beach looking between these two buildings at some new construction in here. Okay, so let's see how far that point is. That point is Doctor's Pass. So let's cruise up this way. This is a Clam Pass. All right, here's Doctor's Pass. 5.6 miles away. And here's the corner of the building, and here's the, I think, tree that we're looking at right here. So 5.6 miles away. So let's start out roughly where I think 5 feet is. Person to the right getting hit in the chin is a lot farther away. Now let's follow the shoreline using the instrument. And basically you can see how it runs pretty flat with the shore. So right here is 5.5 miles away. There's that little tree. I'm going to try to readjust it here a little bit. What I think is about 5 feet or so. Then we take off to the left. It just follows the shoreline right down. Nails the guy in the back, nails the guy in the chin. That's about 5 feet. Now this is just preliminary. At this far point, there should be 20-some feet of curvature. And when you're looking through it, it's pretty easy to see that there's not. Okay, let me show you another quick observation. Okay, here's a nice clear day, and the machine back there is like 3.25 miles away. And I put it on the guy's head back there. And then, look at this guy. This guy's head lines up. The guy in the red shirt, right in the head, boom. This guy in the head. So you can see, like, it's a quick observation. Everybody's head lines up. As long as they're standing on the water's edge, the same as the tripod. Now remember, we're just taking a look around right now. Okay, now we're going to get a little more accurate using a 2x3 red marker and actual distances. So here we set our transit up at Wiggins Pass beach access right here. Now we put our first flag about right here, right there, 1.1 mile. And then our next flag, we put it almost to Clam Pass, 3.4 miles away. We set the transit up at 60 inches off the water's edge, and then we set our flags up at 60 inches off the water's edge. Let's take a look. My wife is holding this marker. Red flag right there. Yeah, red flag right there. My friend Mike is holding the other marker.
Yeah, on the money.
Yep.
Yeah, 60, I got it.
It looks pretty close, right?
Yeah.
I can't zoom in because
I know.
with the video.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll call it there.
That's it.
So my friend Anthony helped me set things up, and I forgot to interview him for the video, so I had him send me a voice clip.
The mission was simple. Meet the bear down at the beach. Set up a line of sight somewhere between 6 to 8 miles long and see if we could see the curve. Looking through there, I didn't see it.
I think he was pretty impressed, like when you swing it over and boom, it lines right up. The experiment came out great, but I wanted to try it again from the other direction where the sun is facing the other way. So let me show you that one, and this one we're going to really document it. Okay, so we mounted the first flag at Wiggins Pass beach access, and notice how we put the flag right where the water ends. This way we put the flag in the same spot in all the places, and the tripod. Okay, here's our flag, and then there's the condo that's right next to the Wiggins Pass beach access. We set the second marker a little bit past the last tall condominium. So we got our tripod set up on the water's edge, and this time we're right next to the woods. There is no buildings. The fire target is all the way to the left of the photo. There's no way you can see it with your naked eye. From the tripod, our first marker is 0.8 miles away. And you can see here, it's a little bit past that last tall building. We set the transit at 60 inches, and we set our markers at 60 inches. And from the transit, we're 3.1 miles away from a little bit past the Wiggins Pass beach access. And here's the observation. Of course, the wind spun the first marker around, so it's not red. We lined up the corner, and it lines right up. I don't know about you, but 2 observations in a row, the marker lines right up. I find that fascinating. The ultimate goal is to line up the flags in a row, which I try to do, but you can see they're right. They look like they're off a mile, but
Hello? Hello. Hmm.
Testing. All right. Mother Mike died. Sorry. I've been talking this whole time, and I thought I was being heard. Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to come on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I can't tell if I'm on.
I got my HyperX working. I used it for 3 different uses, and I get on here, and it says it's defaulted, but it's not working. Weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've been sounding good all night, dude. I've been all the rest of the show. I've been doing the show with PJ all day long.
So that was because you tried to let me into Restream, right?
No. I've been.
Oh, your headphones?
Hasn't been working. No, like the mic wasn't been working this whole time.
Oh, the mic.
Ryan tried to come in and he couldn't hear me, and I could hear him just fine. I didn't realize that I wasn't registering on here at all. It's weird. I've been talking to everybody, and nobody's been hearing a word I've been saying. And I
No, they can hear. Truth Trollette says they can hear us both. So.
Yeah, good.
Well, this is. You have to understand. Did you explain how this? What's it called again? The not a theodolite. It's the surveying thing. What's it called? That Anthony Bear. Well, that's what. Yeah. It's like an auto level. Yeah. It's a.
He's using a scope though. That's what he's doing basically.
Well, it's a scope on a tripod that's leveled. What is it called though? You know what the thing
I
is
don't know.
called? All right.
What's it called? No, I never heard of it before.
I
I know
forget.
what auto level is.
Well, it's the same kind of thing. It works on a
Same principle. Yeah.
yeah, it's the same thing. So what he's seeing is level across. Anyway,
Cool.
go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
He doesn't explain it that well. That's what I was
Yeah, I
hoping that you understood, because
Yeah, I was explaining
his video.
this whole time.
were you-
but nobody was hearing a word of it.
Well, rewind
Sorry,
it.
dude.
You know what? Rewind it. Rewind it.
This is supposed to be Ryan's stream, and he's busy. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he's supposed to be doing this, and I'm just filling in until he got here, but he ain't got back yet. So I have no idea where he's at.
Well, look. So explain what he's. This is really good for people to know. Like, I know there's a lot of people that might come in late, but understanding how this works, it's a level, and it's an optic level, and they use this for surveying. They use this for surveying everything. So, and when you start looking into it, what he explains is you can see, pretty much. I mean, what we know is level. It's hard to explain to other people like that don't get it.
Yeah.
They think that you should see on a curve. So think about this, right? So you should be seeing, for this kind of thing, you should be seeing up into the air. You should be going up into the space or whatever. And it doesn't do that. It actually goes level and it goes straight across, and then so straight across like 30 miles you can see. So yeah, it's not a theodolite.
Theodolite. No.
It's very similar though. The theodolites are similar.
They are.
All right, go ahead.
The optic range on a theodolite is nowhere the distance you need to get any kind of range on curvature. You're just doing horizontals. That's all you're really doing with those theodolites.
Well, yeah, what you would want to.
They use it for just arc minutes. That's how they register it. So
Yeah.
with a lot of them, the celestial.
They're not meant to be like 100 miles.
No, I think for like land surveying, they use them for like.
Yeah, it's like 10, 15, 20, 30, just like to 60.
At the most. Yeah, that's stretching.
Yeah, they're not scaled. But they can be scaled. They just don't scale them. Upwards.
Yeah. So the really cool thing is it's coming up really soon. Is that there's a 150-mile observation that's made just recently, and it's been kept under wraps for a while. Somebody's holding on to it like a cookie. So Keith Flatslade actually knows this person, and he's right with all this controversy going on. He's kind of backed off of it. But as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to talk to him about it and see if he can present it. It's going to be really a cool one. Did you see yesterday's show? Scott? I lost you. No volume.
No, I didn't see it. I did notice that I saw that. Why did I see Creality everywhere? I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, oh, it's Flatsoid.
That's Flatsoid, yeah.
I was like, what's going on?
Well,
was funny.
They got mad because there was a comment made about somebody in somewheres, and somebody got really quick to say stuff about it. So the other side, everybody on TFE, the whole team, they're all like making shows about Flats and trying to drag his name through the mud. He didn't do anything though, at all. You remember the TFE crew? Who's on it?
Isn't that what they? Oh, you mean the Wolf Pack? Is it the Wolf Pack?
No, it's Austin, Jaron, Elizabeth. There was Dave McKeegan, McToon. Everybody that was on that trip, dude.
Wait, hold on. What's going on with the? So Elizabeth is now on their team.
Well, everybody
really?
that went down there, yeah. Well, we were making mention. I don't know if she's a flat earther or not, dude. That she was working with Mark Sargent. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she hasn't been there lately. She hasn't been there lately.
She's so, in a car wreck. Dude, she got into a car accident.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I heard that. Okay, so whatever. So first of all, who cares about that girl? That girl is just some. What is it called? That little chant. What's it called? The little.
Be careful what you say.
a young person. It's a young person, like a internet thing. It's like a YouTube type thing. What the hell was that called? She comes from that thing. Oh, Clubhouse. It's called Clubhouse, I think. Clubhouse,
Yeah, that's what it's
maybe. Anyway, so where's What's It been? Have you heard or seen What's It lately? Because I haven't.
No, he's been hiding, dude.
Hiding?
Yeah. And Geo from Earth Awakenings has been cuddling him.
Mhm.
Yeah. I went into when he did a stream. I went on Discord, and Rakia was in there. You know who Rakia is, right? Probably not. Rakia is an old flat earther.
No, I
He's
don't
been
know.
in this
I've
for a
heard.
while.
I mean, I know what Rakia means. I know what Rakia
Yeah,
is.
that's where he got his name. Anyway, Rocky is in there, and I was just started talking to him after they did their little press conference thing Gio was doing with Austin, and I was just saying that this is a bunch of nonsense, kind of off in the corner with Rakia, and Gio banned me. He kicked me out of Earth Awakenings.
Oh, Earth Awakening, which isn't that the thing with? Oh, I don't even know, dude. I don't do all that weird kid stuff.
Well, Earth Awakenings ain't really kid stuff.
Okay, I don't know.
It's older. There's a guy named SC Montreal who used to run the platform. He still kind of does, but Geo's in there. And
Who's Geo? Who's Geo?
I'm trying to remember his real name. I can't. There's a couple of Geos, but this guy's been in there forever, and he's a flat earther. He's run that server for a while in Discord. So yeah, they don't want anybody talking to Austin. Like I was trying to get involved in the conversation. I was just coming off the cuff, and I wasn't like being relevant to the conversation that was going on about the final
All right,
experiment.
like honestly, who cares? Who cares?
But that's the treatment I get when I try to get into the groups over there. I stick with my groups.
Let's get back to this video. This video is actually really it's interesting if you really
it's clean.
pay attention.
It's a clean little video. They just go straight from 5 mile observations across the bay, and he gets
Like
straight
you can
horizons all
see
across.
like what the it's like what was it called, the Bedford
marker.
level, the Bedford like bullshit. That's just such a bullshit thing.
But you're supposed to lose visual over that distance. Now the optics you can see further with,
Well, yeah, it was also you're supposed to see a curvature, and there's no curvature.
Yep.
Let's see if there's curvature right here. Like, watch, this guy's gonna show you. It's not gonna be any curvature anywhere.
I've done this video before on here. Michael Kanye.
Okay. Well, do it again then, or don't do it again. I don't know.
We can.
You can.
I'm just killing time till Ryan.
Oh, that's what you're doing. Well, then just play.
He's not here.
Well, then where is he?
I don't know, dude. If I had a clue, I'd tell you. He went for a bike ride. He says he's going to come back. He should be back in a few minutes.
He went for a bike ride because he's going to come back with 4 pounds of weed this time.
Well, he just got his bikes put together. Him and his friend, they got mini bikes that they built. And
you mean like mini powered, like mini, like they're not coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, I know.
They're out there having a good time.
And since I said, hey, I gave him the stream tonight, he said, I'll be back. And he hasn't shown up since. Like he's gone.
Well, who else is live? Vlad's live.
Yeah, Vlad's live right now. And I only got like 3 or 4 people in here right now. So I got
hello, 3 or 4 people.
Skeptics in here.
Hello.
And a Plain Villager. And
hey, Plain Villager and Glenn Salch.
Yeah, Glenn South.
Good morning.
I can't pronounce it right. Yeah, good morning. Is it morning where you are? Because it's like
apparently
it's just now midnight here, almost. We got 1 minute till, and I'm pretty sure we're not here convincing the audience of anything. It's getting funny.
Well, just watch this video really quick and let's see what people think.
Sure. Anyway, I'll go over what we did yesterday too after we watch this. It's pretty cool. You didn't get to see what I did. I don't know if it's yesterday or the day before, but I did a video. You'll love it.
Yeah, I missed a couple days. Yeah.
Well, people miss days.
I was busy with the wife.
The wife. I like that.
All right, shut up and
Dude,
play the music or play the
you should have been here when I opened up. I played Cog by Meshuggah.
Meshuggah. Yeah,
Yeah.
really. I had to rewind that.
Well, I got halfway through it. I'm like, these people are complete atheists. So I put on Mastodon. 'Cause,
Oh yeah, Meshuggah is not. Yeah, isn't it Meshuggah's the freaking Jewish thing?
well, that's what they say it is, but this is a
Whatever.
Swedish band, dude. They took the name. And I got to get my regular mic working again like I had it earlier. So let's see if I can do that while I play this. Ready?
Roll tape. Roll tape.
Let's see what kind of observations we make. Basically, we're going to be looking for curvature. If you want to get right to the point, go to 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Let's take a look at this preliminary observation, almost 6 miles.
Right here, though, because they're so close to the water's edge, you realize that see that tilt on it? They'll take that out in after they get done making it. But yeah, when they do their final observation. But yeah, this lets you know that's why the thing looks tilted, because they're on the edge of the water. It's a kind of a little. You've been to the beach, right? Yeah.
I used to live on the beach. Yes.
Is the water like the sand there, like going in at an angle? Yeah.
Well, it
It just
could.
Yeah.
The water
Most-
is flat. The sand is doing whatever the sand does.
Yeah, but the floor of the ocean doesn't tilt down, but there's holes in it and stuff. Anyways, back to it.
Using a 25 power scope and having almost 5'2" off the ground. So here's a guy standing here about
5'2".
a few hundred yards away, and this corner right here is about almost 6 miles away. Let's take a look. Here we are at Vanderbilt Beach, and I'm on the edge of the beach, looking between these two buildings at some new.
Now, where is Vanderbilt Beach at? That's Florida, right?
Yeah. It's Florida.
So you're right on the key. So you're right almost at sea level, aren't you? Florida is
What
low
do you
enough
mean?
to be sea level.
It's-
You don't know what sea level is?
Dude, Florida actually sometimes is below sea level.
Well,
So-
New Orleans is too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that
Yep.
would make it even worse for the globe if you're below sea level and you don't see any curve.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be looking
Yeah.
up. And actually, I've been in New Orleans a couple of times, and you almost have to look up to see the horizon in some spots on the pier. Anyways, we'll measure it later.
Yeah, I was in New
construction
Orleans.
in here. Okay, so let's see
You been there?
how far that point
Yeah.
is. That point is Doctor's Pass.
When was the last
So
time
let's
you were down
cruise
in
up
New
this
Orleans?
way.
It was New Year's Eve in 96. 96. Yeah, it was crazy. I had to get out of there, dude. It was like, just people everywhere. But it is interesting how the city is like sunken down because of levees and stuff, They got levees,
Well, they have to keep the water out with some of that too.
Yep.
That's why the storms do a lot of devastation.
That's why when the levees break,
Time to go.
yep.
The water only gets to a certain height though before it stops. Somebody said something about 33 feet above sea level, water starts to have problems getting any more level. That's why the Masons chose that number. There's a lot of significance to it. You ever look into the 33 thing?
Never heard of it. Never heard of 33.
Yeah, me neither. Anyways, there's some like a lot of the surveyors and stuff. They like to spout that off a lot. Like once you get water level 33, I think is it miles above it sea level. If the water levels get that high, they kind of kilter off. It won't get much higher than that. This is an odd phenomenon. Weird. I wonder why. I should look up the whole thing and do a whole show on it. Then I'll get marked as one of them 33-degree people.
Yeah, you're a Mason.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
I've never even
guaranteed.
set foot in the Masons Lodge in my life. Well, I've been in one once. That was it. I didn't
Oh,
do any
look.
pledges.
Look, Glenn Sulch is his thing is orange. And you know what orange is, right?
Oh yeah, hit some Mason.
Yep. Orange
Glenn,
is Masons.
Jesus, dude, you gotta change your avatar.
Yeah, just because they're orange.
Trollette says it's 33 feet. Is it 33 feet? I thought it was 33 miles. It can't be miles because feet or yards. I should just pull that up. Let's watch the rest of this, and I will. I'm curious now.
Yeah, look up whatever the heck you're talking about because I'm confused too, guys. So,
Yeah.
Roger.
You don't know?
Like,
Okay.
no, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, like once it's above sea level, water does weird things at 33 feet above sea level. Like it starts to lose pressure. There's something about the air, like the pounds per square inch of air pressure on the water, the surface level, that it just kind of kills off. It doesn't get any higher.
Yeah, they're right. They're all right in the chat. It can't be miles. It can't be yards. Even it must be feet.
Yeah,
Because what is 33 feet is like 99 yards, right? Or no?
Miles is kind of high. Yeah, yeah.
No, my bad. 33
that's like
33 yards.
Stuff.
33 yards is 99 feet. My bad. My bad.
Wait, wow, you can do math.
Well, not technically.
Not technically.
No, I mean like the yards and the feet, the measurement. I mean, it's not really exact. So
how many feet are in a yard?
It's not exact. You know, and 1 yard it's not exactly 3 feet though.
No, it's like 3.5 feet.
Yeah, it's an English yard.
Yeah.
It's like from my shoulder to my finger. If I was like a short midget or something.
Are you a short midget?
No.
I should get a yardstick out.
Yeah, you get a yardstick out and smack Ryan with it. Ryan, where are you?
Late.
Smack.
He's late. I'm going to let him have the show tomorrow. I'll just redo what I was going to do tomorrow. I have another whole.
So now you have to look this up. I want to know. Yes, approximately 3 feet is 1 yard. Anyway, so what are you talking about? So water changes? Like, come on.
No, it does stranger things when it gets above sea level. Like that's why it's different air pressure, different water.
Water and air is different pressures when it's above sea level. Like even like a pond up here. Like if I had a pond up here, it would have more pressure because we're higher. And then the lower you go, the higher the pressure is too. So it's crazy how it works that way.
Yeah, I'm going to look this up. I know this is some kind of either a myth or an actual phenomenon that goes with this. Let's see. There's a couple of things that's pulling up right when I look for it.
Oh yeah, Glenn, it's meters. Yeah, 3 meters are different than yards. Like 1 yard and 1 meter are different. That was my point. Thank you. Who cares? It's roughly 3 feet per 1 meter, and it's roughly it's 3 inches per 1 Joe Rogan. So.
Oh really?
Yes, get it straight. He's 3 inches tall, so he's
Really?
1 Rogan. Yeah. So 1 Rogan is 3 inches. Yep.
There's something that happens to sea level at that marker, 33 feet above.
33 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about 33 feet when it's above sea elevation. Let's see what it says. These are points that they put on the Earth. Good God, no! I don't think it's. I think this is a kind of an imaginary thing I heard about because what they're showing here is just elevations above sea level.
I figured it was an imaginary thing, bro. I figured that.
No, I've heard people say this shit, dude. Like, there's something. I think it maybe has something to do with the water level when you get it up to 33 feet high. Like,
they're trying to say something wrong with like a water bubble like level. A bubble
No,
level.
not a bubble level. No, you know what a regular water level is. You get a tube. You'll run water from one end of the tube to the other, and you can actually get level from one end of the tube to the other, and they're actually the same level across, no matter how far you go. Yeah. The height of it at 33 feet doesn't work anymore. Once you get 33 feet up in the tube, the water won't go any higher. Ooh, there's a band called Sea Level. Let's check it out. You ready? Let's see what you like. I never heard of a band called Sea Level till right now. It's not a shocker, though, is it? There's a band for everything. What's the name of your new band, Scott? Are you still there? Can you hear me? Scott? I think he muted himself. And he dropped out. All by myself again. Oh, this is a slow show. Started out with no mic. Thought I had a mic.
Clam Pass. All right, here's Doctor's Pass. 5.6 miles away. And here's the corner of the building. And here's the, I think, tree that we're looking at right here. So 5.6 miles away. So let's start out roughly where I think 5 feet is. Person to the right getting hit in the chin is a lot farther away.
You'll hit it.
Now let's follow the shoreline using the instrument. And basically you can see how it runs pretty flat with the shore. So right here is 5.5 miles away. There's that little tree. I'm going to try to readjust it here a little bit. What I think is about 5 feet or so. Then we take off to the left. Look, it just follows the shoreline right down. Nails the guy in the back, nails the guy in the chin. That's about 5 feet. Now this is just preliminary. At this far point, there should be 20-some feet of curvature. And when you're looking through it, it's pretty easy to see that there's not. Okay, let me show you another quick observation. Okay, here's a nice clear day, and the machine back there is like 3.25 miles away. And I put it on the guy's head back there. And then, look at this guy. This guy's head lines up. The guy in the red shirt, right in the head.
For markers now.
This guy.
I don't think Scott's coming back anytime soon. Did his phone die? That's the question. Probably. Let's watch the rest of this thing. You guys get the gist of it. They're seeing well too far for any curvature, even on a local basis. Even on these scales don't change the further you get out. That's where they think they gotcha, and then refraction is their other excuse. So you're basically on a level plane or a flat earth, anything you want to call it. It's a topic. It's a hot topic.
This guy in the head. So you can see, like, it's a quick observation. Everybody's head lines up. As long as they're standing on the water's edge, the same as the tripod. Now remember, we're just taking a look around right now. Okay, now we're going to get a little more accurate using a 2x3 red marker and actual distances. So here we set our transit up at Wiggins Pass beach access right here. Now we put our first flag about right here, right there, 1.1 mile. And our next flag we put it almost to Clam Pass, 3.4 miles away. We set the transit up at 60 inches off the water's edge, and then we set our flags up at 60 inches off the water's edge.
I'm sure of it.
Let's take a look.
Let's make sure I
My
got
wife is
sound.
holding this marker.
Red flag right
Testing,
there.
1, 2. Yep. My mic's back and working. Beautiful.
Yep, red flag right there.
My friend Mike is holding the other marker.
Yeah, on the money.
How loud is that?
Yeah, 60, I got it.
It looks pretty close, right?
Yeah.
I can't zoom in because
I know.
with the video.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
all right, so I'll call it there.
That's it.
So my friend Anthony helped me set things up, and I forgot to interview him for the video, so I had him send me a voice clip.
The mission was simple. Meet the bear down at the beach. Set up a line of sight somewhere between 6 to 8 miles long and see if we could see the curve. Looking through there, I didn't see it.
I think he was pretty impressed, like when you swing it over and boom, it lines right up. The experiment came out great, but I wanted to try it again from the other direction where the sun is facing the other way. So let me show you that one, and this one we're going to really document it. Okay, so we mounted the first flag at Wiggins Pass beach access, and notice how we put the flag right where the water ends. This way we put the flag in the same spot in all the places, and the tripod. Okay, here's our flag, and then there's the condo that's right next to the Wiggins Pass beach access. We set the second marker a little bit past the last tall condominium.
I think
So we got our tripod set up on the water's edge, and this time we're right next to the woods. There is no buildings. The far target is all the way to the left of the photo. There's no way you can see it with your naked eye. From the tripod, our first marker is 0.8 miles away. And you can see here, it's a little bit past that last tall building. We set the transit at 60 inches, and we set our markers at 60 inches. And from the transit, we're 3.1 miles away from a little bit past the Wiggins Pass beach access. And here's the observation.
Hey, Mike.
Of course, the wind spun the first marker around, so it's not red. We lined up the corner, and it lines right up. I don't know about you, but 2 observations in a row, the marker lines right up. I find that fascinating. The ultimate goal is to line up the flags in a row, which I try to do, but you can see they look like they're off a mile because it's magnified. So when I'm moving left, it looks like I'm moving far. But look, it's only a few degrees off here. So I mean, there's not much. It just looks like it's way to the left. Okay, so let's do the math here. The top one is a flat Earth model, and you just line up the flags, and you're done. Makes a ton of sense, especially after the observations too. The round Earth model, here's the math of a globe that we supposedly live on, and this is the math calculations that they give us.
You're back. Nice.
So, okay, so at 0.8 miles, it should be 5.
I got my mic back to working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just sensitive, man. It's something about the plug it comes with it.
Dude,
And it won't
Restream
work.
kills batteries, dude. It totally kills batteries too. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
You got your
But
mic?
it's healthy for a PC, dude. I don't have any problems with it at all.
Oh yeah, not on a PC. I'm on the phone. So
I'm going to give you a PC. How about that?
no, I don't want one. I don't have a PC, but actually I do have a broken one. Dude, it has all my old freaking chemtrail videos, like tons of chemtrail videos. It's crazy.
Nice.
I say just bury it. Let it be broken.
Well, that don't mean you can't get another one. You know.
Or I could just go on that hard drive and get off all my videos and crazy stuff that I used to do. Like one day, maybe it'll be like an antique. You know what I mean? Like, what is an antique? 25 years or something. So in 25 years, I'll be like, look at 25 years ago, guys, and it'll be like, oh yeah, we know now. Yeah, they've been spraying the skies for 25 years. What do you mean?
If you do have that, I'd love to have it. I got a backup hard drive. I got a Matador. It's I'm trying to remember the amount I got on there, but I have over 15,000 songs on that hard drive, the backup.
That's good. You should have songs on backup, especially if they're recorded and, like a good recording, not broken down and compressed,
Yeah. So who does this remind you of? You ready? Check it out.
Who? Which one?
I'm going to show you. Look, watch me. I'm going to put me on screen right quick. We'll see.
Watch me now.
Watch me now. Okay.
Wait for it. Roger to be on screen.
Okay. Ready? Now I got my microphone.
There you are.
I'm just here to talk. Like, hey, how you doing? Anybody you know that does this?
Dude, I can't. Dude, it's this restream is so stupid.
See,
I can put you on.
Mark Sargent.
Oh wait, hold on.
He holds his microphone.
Oh, you're holding it like a little.
How's it going?
Mark Sargent. Oh boy.
Yeah, he did a live stream tonight, dude. That's funny.
Yeah, I watched like 30 seconds of
Yeah,
it.
I did the same.
I
guess
I watched more than that. I watched 2 minutes,
do you have more?
and I was confused a little bit, like I always am. And I was always like with his show, and I'm like, what am I watching here? Like exactly, like what are we actually watching? Anyone know?
I have no idea.
I mean, I'm just wondering, like, are we learning, or is anyone learning?
They're not.
No, I don't think so. I just look in the chat. I'm like, I don't know anybody in this chat. I'm like, so are these bots? Are these new people? Like, I don't
Well,
know.
Mikey was in there actually.
You-
Mikey Smith was in.
I did. I saw that, and I saw Mikey. What's going on with him? And I don't want to be drama guy,
He's
but
right
like,
here. He's in the chat, dude.
okay, cool. Well, Mikey, what happened with Vlad? Like, so what? Mikey and Vlad hung out in Vegas, and then now Vlad doesn't talk to Mikey. Like that to me, it's confusing.
Did
I don't
they
know.
not talk? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did.
I just saw that. I saw Mikey say that.
Huh.
I think it was on Mark Sargent's show. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm asking questions.
Ask him.
Let's see. I'm in chat. Let's see.
There you go.
Is Mikey? Oh, there's Mikey. So Mikey, why? Like, you don't know why Vlad is not answering?
I have no idea.
So what's going on with Vlad?
I was over watching Vlad a minute ago before we got started. Really.
Yeah. So what I'm wondering is like, why would Vlad not talk to Mikey? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Just a question, you know.
I don't know if there's an answer. You got. I could ask.
Obviously, he doesn't have an answer because he says he won't talk to him. But does anyone else know? Is there anyone else in here?
Does anybody know?
Like, I don't keep track of the things, but maybe because I don't know. To be honest with you, he blocks me from his live stream. So I've been told that Vlad is kind of shisty or shady. So I'm just saying, yeah. See, like I'm just saying that, not shocked by that. So I don't know what to say. I mean, what do you guys want me to say? Like, I'm not shocked by that at all. I've heard from other people, multiple other people, that he's kind of a little bit weird, whatever. But like, didn't Mikey, Mikey, you hung out with him. Was he cool when you hung out with him, Mikey? Like, you guys hung out together? So
He came here. Mikey came here and hung out with me. You saw that, right?
of course I saw that. I liked it. It was cool. I was like, that's cool. Salad says, hey guys, salad.
Hey, salad.
Yeah, I like salad. Sounds good. Depends what kind of salad it is, though.
Caesar. How about a Cobb salad?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Cobbs are good. I like them.
Yeah. Caesar is my son's favorite salad.
It's one of my favorites. I like a Cobb salad, egg, ham, turkey. Somebody's coming in. I think Mikey's coming in.
There we go.
Nope,
Get a little bit of Mikey. Mikey's always.
It's Ryan.
Oh,
The boss is
I was
here.
gonna say. Oh, that's right.
Hey, Ryan.
Yo, how was your bike ride? Turn yourself up somehow. Can't hear you.
I can hear you now.
Oh, you can?
No, we can't hear you
We
now.
can hear you. Barely.
Yeah, you.
You're like way away from a microphone, like blocks away.
You mean like this?
Yeah,
Now
it
you can
sounds
hear
like
me.
you're.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
Now you can hear me.
Hey, we got a stormtrooper in here tonight. Check him out.
Stormtrooper.
You don't like the analogy? No?
Kind of like a stormtrooper thing.
Yeah.
Not really.
All right, take it all off. There you go. Now you can hear a word you're saying. Got a wet too.
But I bet you we'll hear him like in a couple seconds. 30 seconds.
I'm gonna put him on screen. There he is.
There he is.
Great. I'm just
He's on the ISS. He's on the ISS.
a believer. How have you believed?
How far did you go up?
Oh, we went miles. I don't know, 5-6 miles out. We went way out down by the water, down past the place where
How'd
you
the
can walk.
You guys,
I
you had
call
fun
that.
on your little motorbikes.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
little motorbikes.
Yeah, look
Oh.
at this thing I already put together.
Awesome.
See that? Little mini one. I'm gonna make that one for my little cousin. For my grandson.
Nice.
My neighbor gave it to me the other day, 2 days ago. I've already got the wheels on it and everything is just dropped. I just got to get a motor on it now and a throttle and stuff. And a gas tank.
Oh wait, there's a sun. There's a sun. There's a sun right there.
There's the sun
Perfect.
right above his head.
I mean the moon. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
how'd
right
you
there.
get those confused?
Perfect.
Reach up and grab it.
Oh my! I'm retarded.
I got it.
You got it. You got it.
You got it right here now. Anyway.
Now he's on the widescreen.
No, I'm
We'll
not.
take it back down.
Here. Now I'm in Australia.
Are you? We were doing that the other day.
He's upside
I'm
down.
in Australia
down
now.
under.
See, I went to Australia. That's it. Okay, we're in Australia, right? Nothing. Talking to another Dave. I know you can't hear me.
Another
Yeah.
day.
All right, no matter how much I yell, he sure can't hear.
You got a new nickname, Brian. You're a cookie muncher.
Muncher. Yep, he munches cookies.
Me and Trollette were going back and forth earlier.
Than ding dongs. I'd rather munch cookies than ding dongs, but you know. Call it what you think.
I call it tacos. It's
And
Taco
what?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. Tuna taco?
My oldest girl went to the Pink Taco on her 21st birthday.
What's the pink taco?
Well, it's a bar in Vegas.
Oh, I bet it.
Dude, it's a horrible name for a restaurant.
Yeah, it is.
Taco.
Ryan asked, "What's a pink taco?" What do you mean? What's a pink taco, Ryan? What do you mean?
I know the pink taco. I'm not stupid.
Okay. It's a horrible name.
You
for
have children. You have children. You know what that means.
Everybody comes from a pink taco, so yeah.
At some point in time, yeah.
Did you hear about what happened when God created women?
No, what?
So God created man, and he got bored, right? So God created woman. And then one day, Adam took her to the river, and she got in the water. And the fish haven't smelled the same since.
Badoom.
Oh my God. I'm reading it.
Roger didn't even get it at first. He was like, wait, where's the joke?
No, I was reading the comments. True Trollette saying
He was waiting for the waiting for the punchline.
This is what I was looking at. Check it out. I was reading this.
Well, I don't have a drum set to go.
Trollette says she's called you that for a bit now. So you've been a cookie muncher for a good bit now.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it.
Neither do I.
Don't call me Shirley, and don't call me late for dinner, and you'll be fine.
Shirley. Shirley.
Surely you don't mean Shirley.
Of course you did.
Oh, did we show Scott the big thing of weed that I got?
Oh, he was here.
Was he?
Yeah, I was there. I just said you'll come home with 5 pounds this time. 5 pounds.
My wife tells me I know every weekend you come home with a go-kart. I said, well, that's because somebody comes over. Somebody's moving out of the neighborhood every weekend.
People like collecting go-karts, huh?
You know what my buddy says? So, my buddy Dave, right? He's my best friend, right? So he comes out here and sees me working on this little go-kart, right? And it's just a little tiny thing, right? It's barely big enough for me to even sit on it, probably. But, it won't stop me from riding. But anyway.
A little kid one? Little baby kid one?
It's like an old antique, like So
Yeah, like the original, like the way they used to make
it's basically an I-frame. It's basically a frame welded.
Yeah. I know what you're
Kind of
talking
like
about.
what
Yeah.
the speed one is. Only the speed one's made in like 5 or 6 different parts that are welded together. But this is just straight bar. I could build this and put that together. But anyway, I probably couldn't because I don't weld very good. But I could make it work. But when I saw it, I was like, okay, it's tiny, but it has potential because the plate that's on the back there, I could actually mount a stand and put the motor up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So where it's not like right above the back end and like dragging on the ground, or you know what I'm saying, like being too low to the ground or whatever. I could raise it up slightly and raise it behind me, so that way there's more room for the seat, so that way an adult can still ride it. It's made to be tiny. It's not supposed to be. It's just supposed to be 4 wheels, a frame, and a motor. That's all you really want. And it's got slicks on it, as you can see.
Yeah, they used to make them out of like even weed eater motors, like a tiny motor, like a
He does all that. See, it's got little slicks on the back of it. And look at the sprocket is almost as big as the tire is. I think I might have to go with a smaller sprocket though.
I was thinking about an older video.
It's basically just a seat, and then there's a little tiny pad on the back for a motor. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else there really except for places to put your pedals in the steering column. It's nothing to it. But he's like, you're actually going to fix that up and ride it? And I'm like, no, not really. I said, but yeah, I have to be able to ride it to test it out. But I want to make sure it goes fast and doesn't flip over easy. So I'm going to test it out. If it sucks, then I'll sell it. And otherwise, I'm going to give it to my grandson. He's going to love it. I'm going to get one of those plastic shells, that you can put on them. Then get one that's about the right size, plastic shell, and then figure out a way to mount some metal on there that'll hold up the shell. That way it looks like you're driving this cool ass little car, even though you're just driving this little go-kart. You know what I mean? He'd get a kick out of that.
Yeah. Trollette's still talking about your replay of your weed. She likes the amount you got.
She was watching the replay. Yeah.
This is the only weed I've touched in the last 3 years, right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Poor thing.
We don't need a replay of that whole episode.
This little cartridge right here, I think it's a solid gram of dab. That costs $40 right there.
Dabs, yeah. The old dabs.
The old dabs. The old dabs.
I mean, they're new, but
they've been around for a little while. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, it's like the old dab trick. It's like, dude, that'll get you crazy.
There's that fucking seat we're supposed to go get. He just bought this little seat.
It's legal now, so I can put that kind of shit on there.
I think if I make
even like
it'll be better.
Like shatter and dabs and all that stuff. Yeah. Wax, whatever.
I got a question. How come nobody's invented a vehicle where you can lay down face forward when you're driving? Like, I don't understand why they're
face forward. You mean like you're getting a massage, like a massage? Oh, you mean like
like stretch out like Superman? And have the steering wheel out in front of you, but you're just laying on your stomach. That'd be the most comfortable way to ride. And if you had nice padding, you could jump and land and all that, and you wouldn't have to worry about landing on your ass or bouncing off or anything. You just strap yourself to the frame, you know what I mean? And if you had shoulder straps, they kept you from going forward if you hit something. I mean, yeah, it would hurt if you hit something because the straps would dig into you, but I mean, think about it. It's not any worse than getting in an accident in a car and the seatbelt yanking on you, right? See what I'm saying? I don't understand why nobody's come up with that idea. Like where you're imagine imagine a cab over camper and you sitting in the cab over camper with a steering wheel, laying down on the bed and looking out. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Like have a thumb switch for the gas pedal.
A thumb switch, like you're just thumbing it up.
Well, you have an automatic car, you can have a thumb switch, right? Doesn't matter. It's just the throttle, right?
A crotch rocket. I don't like the cafe style bikes necessarily. They do handle well, but like they're not.
No, but I'm saying if you're riding a motorcycle, right? And you're as fast as you go as it is, if you were leaning head first on it and your shoulders were strapped and you were strapped to the bike, then literally there's no
because
way,
people are scared.
But why would you be scared?
Scared.
You're gonna fly off the bike
because your head is first.
But when you fly off the bike, you go head first anyway. So what difference does it fucking make?
Well, Yeah, but it's all mental because your feet are first, and you can stop yourself. In your mind, you can stop yourself, and of course you can.
But if
You
you
first
but if
gotta
you
learn
had
how to
those
ride a
padded
bike like
shoulder
that.
things that held you in and held you down so that you wouldn't fall out, but you could still put your legs
Well-
down. Like you could put your legs out,
Well, go ahead and do
but then
that.
you could put your legs
Have
back and lock
fun,
them into
dude.
place, and you could just fucking fly, dude. Think about it. You would be no drag.
Just-
You fucking just fly, and you could make it low to the ground so the wheels are in front of you and behind you instead. You got tucked
well,
in.
then, yeah, that would make it more dangerous.
No, it
dude.
would make it better because then you can make it wider and you wouldn't flip it over. Make it forward.
Well, but it feels. Well, yeah. The lower you are, the more it feels faster. Because the higher you
No,
are,
actually, I think
the angle.
I think it seems like you're going faster
the
when you're higher up,
turns-
dude. I think it is.
no,
When I'm in my
no,
truck,
it
dude,
doesn't.
feels
It's
like I'm
always slower.
flying. When I'm doing 80, it feels like I'm flying.
No,
No,
but if
it's-
your head was on the ground when you're going 80, dude, 80.
Well, yeah, when the
When was the last
road's
time you went
right there
80
where
with
your
your head?
teeth are, yeah, that's fucking scary. You're right.
That's what I'm
talking
saying.
about being
That's
above
what I'm
that,
saying,
like
dude.
like when you're on the bike, like a normal bike, the seat's fucking 4 foot off the ground, isn't it? 3.5 to 4 feet off the ground. And you normally have to lean over to put your foot on the ground, don't you, on a normal street bike, right? So why wouldn't it make sense? I mean, instead of just sitting like an idiot with your legs up in the air, I mean, I'd rather fucking land head first and just die instantly than fucking have legs
Well,
go
because
on my
you're
back.
okay. So you're thinking like a mountain biker. Like I'm the same way. I don't like those back. Mountain biking.
Yeah, I hate
like
being
with,
upright and leaning backwards when I should be leaning forward.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
dumb.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
agree
why
with
I
you.
like the
Yeah, when you're
Kawasaki.
mountain
I
biking,
like
you
the
want
way
to
those
lean
are
forwards.
because basically when you're leaning down on a Kawasaki, it's like you're in Superman mode because you can lean forward and you're tucked down behind them.
Actually,
no.
no.
It's like you're Superman mode.
Well, Batman had his Batmobile, the Bat Cycle. That one was going down. Remember?
That one in that one movie was pretty
Yeah.
badass.
So
The one I think was the
the
last
I know.
Michael Keaton movie.
That one
was the best one because it was like fat tire. That's
Was
what
it
I
Michael-
want. Fat
No.
tired motorcycle. Two-wheel bike. but
Yeah,
12
that's
inch
what I'm
wheels,
talking
yeah.
about.
Fucking
That
rock.
wasn't-
Just
that wasn't
Yeah,
me.
I got
with
myself.
no, that's
got-
what I'm gonna do. I'm
I
gonna
got-
build one with a fucking badass like
Yeah.
power motor on it.
Actually, you should put your head. You should put your head sideways
pit bike.
down it and get lower to the
I'll
ground.
get true pit bike.
I got
Oh yeah,
two bikes
exactly. You're gonna make the
Or-
seat like the whole length of it. Like the whole thing's gonna be just a seat, basically with some handlebars at the end. So that way you can just lay down on it if you want, and put your legs up in a strap. And you can just fucking fly. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah,
you have-
yeah. See, that's what it
and if
was
you
though.
put
That's
shocks
how it
and everything
was.
on
That's
it,
how
if it
that
had
one
shocks
was.
like a street bike, then you could fucking launch. Like you could be like a real life. You know what I'm saying? That'd be badass. Dude.
And I'm pretty sure it was. Listen. It was the guy from. What was the guy? The guy that yelled at everyone. That was the Batman, and he was like, get all the lights out of here. He was the Batman from the first. Well, the newer Batman. Remember? Not the newer.
The newest one, but the one before that.
Son of a bitch. What's the guy's name? What's American Psycho?
It's not a new
Okay,
one,
who was
but
American Psycho? Listen. No, American Psycho. No, I'm talking about old one. American
Yeah.
Psycho. American Psycho. What was his name, Roger? American Psycho.
I
I was
remember the actor's name. Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
That he's a good
Yeah, he's a
actor.
good actor. I like him a lot.
And Christopher Nolan did that Batman. Those not first, but those three. Remember the best Batman movies. Christopher Nolan
No,
did it,
I think
and it was that crazy
I
guy.
like Keaton better. I think
Heath
Keaton
Ledger played Joker
Keaton
in the
did
best.
well because Keaton's a dark dude. Like if you've seen all of his movies,
I
he's
liked
a
him
dark-
too,
he's a
dude.
dark
People-
dude, but he pretends like he's this.
He was good at it though. He was
Watch-
good at being
Watch
evil. Yes.
Birdman, dude. That's a great movie. Michael.
Oh, see, I never saw that whole movie, dude. I never saw any of it. That's funny, bro. Because I like Keaton. Dude, all of his movies. I liked when he was a clone. Remember the clone? That was
Multiplicity,
even funny.
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Multiplicity. You know.
Oh yeah, he didn't clone himself.
But
Yeah.
dude, seriously, but one of the best movies ever was when he was in the place with all the crazy people. Was it crazy? What was it called when they went to the baseball game at the end? Dude, what was that movie? It's so old too, but like such a good movie. Freaking
Oh, I'm gonna look up. Michael
he was
now. Hold on.
Michael Keaton hanging out with all the retards and the special needs people, whatever you want to call them. Remember that movie? You guys know it. What the heck was it
That's for you
called?
kids. I don't know.
I'm looking at movies by Michael Keaton. I'll just get it. He did Beetlejuice. That's probably one of his best roles. I think.
Obviously, no. What was it called?
I'm looking through it now.
There was so many good actors in it
You
too.
got Batman. You got the other guy. Let's see.
Yeah, Batman.
Dude,
He's in Cars too,
you
somehow
guys-
or another. The Founder he played in that American Assassin.
This happens every
Jack
time.
Frost. Knocked his way
No.
out. I'm going through his movies. Batman Returns.
I know.
Birdman. Let's see. This older one.
What was
I gotta
it?
look.
Oh,
Mr.
dude.
Mom, he played in that.
Johnny Dangerously.
Mr. Mom.
Multiplicity. Porco Rosso, whatever that is.
Yeah,
Night Shift.
Yeah, Michael Keaton,
Night
All
Shift's a good
Retards.
movie. That's an early movie he did.
Chicago 7.
There were-
Need for
Night
Speed.
Shift
I'm
is a
going
good
through all his movies right now.
There's another movie we should
Morbius.
watch in Tuesday. That's Dead Heat. Have you ever heard of Dead Heat?
No.
Dead Heat?
Yeah, it's got Gomer Pyle. You know the guy.
Heard of Heat?
You know the guy that
I've heard
plays
it.
the doctor in at MASH, the old man, Klinger, or not Klinger, but whatever the fuck his name is, the old man, the old doctor. With the curly hair.
By the way, Christian Bale was the answer.
Yeah.
Shrew Trollett got the answer to the Christian Bale part. Sorry.
Back
Go
to
ahead.
motorcycles. I got a story for you, right quick. When I was about,
Oh, jeez.
I was 15 years old, and 16 actually. I started working with this guy, and he had a VMAX. You know what they are, right? 1600, reed injected.
V-twin.
VMAX.
The V-twin.
The Yamaha. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Those reed injectors kick in about $2,000, and they
it's
open
a
up.
copy of a. It's a copy of a Harley, but it's not really a Harley. It's a really well running Harley. That's what it is.
It's
those things
much
run.
better than a Harley. Yeah.
Dude, a Honda Shadow is like the most dependable vehicle in the world, from what I hear.
Well, that's a Honda Shadow.
My dad said he
VMAX
drove
is
yours for years and never had any problems with it except little shit.
Wait, what did you say? Honda Civic?
He's
No,
talking about
Shadow.
Honda Shadow. I'm
Motorcycle.
talking about the
Oh, you're talking about the motorcycle.
the VMAX. Is a little
You
different.
said vehicle. You said vehicle. You said vehicle.
Okay, there's more to my story if I can finish it. Anyways,
Oh, go
that
ahead.
thing I think it would max out around 160. He took me down Interstate 77 through South Carolina on a trip, and he would get it up to about 140, and then he had the pegs on the front end, and he would take his hands off and just steer with the wind, and he'd brace the front end with his legs. And I'm on the back of this thing, dude. We're on a straight highway, fairly bumpless. Man, he'd get it up 140 miles an hour, me on the back of the damn thing.
You know why
Scared
he
to
was
live
able to do that, right?
because he wanted to die.
No,
I don't know.
Because centrifugal force will keep the bike up. It won't fall over no matter what.
Yeah.
When you're going that fast, the bike can't fall over. It literally won't fall over. Like it will flip over and it'll keep spinning. If you were to turn it somehow, or if you had the power to turn it, you'd have to be like airborne. That's the only way you're going to get it to fly off the ground like that. But if you were able to, yeah, it would just go fucking flying because it's going to go in the same direction that it's supposed to go. It's going to stay upright and it's going to keep going straight. It's crazy. Those wheels spinning. With
Gyroscopic
you're going to be
force.
going in
Yeah.
the same direction that you were going when you left the ground, right? That's basically.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's about all you can count on, bro. Like unless you spin the back wheel really fast in the air, you can cause some drag to lean back and forward. But I'm not sure how it works. I don't know.
With a 0 to 60 on that thing,
But I know that like RC cars, RC cars when you get them up in the air and you push the throttle, because there's so much air distribution when the tires are spinning, it can actually make the RC lean forward or backward depending on how it's balanced. So you can like jump and get in the air and then actually lean forward and backward and stay level so that you can land like an airplane with one of those cars. Pretty bad.
Scary, dude.
That's how a motorcycle is too. That's why I don't understand why people don't get it. If you had bigger wheels on your car, like if you had huge wheels, you'd get much better balance, and your car wouldn't like veer off the road when it's windy and stuff like that. People don't get that. They should be using bigger, heavier wheels instead of smaller, lighter ones. Because once you get them spinning, you know what I'm saying, then they keep going, and it also slows them down in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Bikes are awesome, dude. Motorcycles are one of the most fabulous things in the world that runs really good too. That's the great thing. Even the Japanese stuff works really good. Like it doesn't break down on you. It runs forever if you take good care of it. It's like amazing you could do it, but yet we put these crappy ass engines in our cars that don't get that great of that. It's just amazing. Like they could put like a V twin, like motorcycle engine in a car. You know what I'm saying? And it would run forever, and you could go all over with that car. You just have to make it extra light. That's all. You could only have 2 passengers in it or whatever, but you could drive all over town in it, and you wouldn't need any more gas than just like what I use in my little bike. I can drive all around, and I can go 10 to 20 miles and only use half a tank. You know, like, and it's like maybe 2 liters of gas in there that holds. So it goes a long way on that.
And the one thing after I got the year get older, I got my own bike. I got a 700. I got a Yamaha. And I was driving about 90 miles an hour, and the engine seized up.
Now I have something to say.
And the engine seized up while I'm going like 80. You know what that feels like? You're not prepared.
How did it do that? You mean
I don't know. No, it didn't blow a rod. It just locked up. It just
the rear wheel just locked up completely.
Yeah.
You couldn't even put it in the neutral. That's scary.
Nope. I couldn't.
No, the engine locked up.
Yeah, the whole
right?
thing did. It just completely locked up.
And that's scary because an engine that's spinning that fast on the inside, when it comes to an abrupt halt, it usually makes the bike lurch, and it scares the shit out of you.
Well, it didn't lurch, man. I'm going 80 or so down the highway.
If you're going 80
Dude,
and it locks
can you
up,
imagine a
then
drum
you're
with
screwed.
rotating rings?
Yeah, that'd be
Think
cool.
about that. No, I'm serious. Think about it.
I found the movie. I found what it was. It's the Dream Team. Remember the Dream Team? When he was hanging out with all
I know you're talking about.
old Dream
It's not
Team.
in here.
That
Wasn't he
was
also in that baseball movie with Roseanne and a bunch of other people?
No, that's not.
that's Tom Hanks.
I was getting them mixed up for some reason because they're built like a lot alike. They kind of look like each other a little bit.
The curly hair.
Yeah. Anyway, they're not.
Well,
the same person.
they were like big actors in the same
Yeah,
era,
at the
same time period. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Richard Pryor and what's his fucking name? Yeah, anyway.
Wait, Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
Well, you went from like Don Knotts. You went from like Don Knotts and Benny Hill, and then we shifted into the better stuff, like American, stuff started getting better. Like we had better comedians, we had more funny, more down to earth shit, more funny, like raunchy shit too. Like we had Eddie Murphy,
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. You got to remember the progression that we went on, from the '60s.
Just go watch Red Fox once, and you'll get raunchy if you really want real raunch. Red Fox was a raunchy comedian, dude.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck?
So Ryan, you wanted to share something. This is your stream, man.
Yeah, this is your stream, Ryan. We were waiting for you, and Roger was telling me that we were being boring. We were being boring, waiting for you.
We were.
Yeah, I know stuff. I told him that if I come back and you guys are done, I'm gonna be pissed.
No,
Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder was a good actor.
Gene Wilder, I like him.
Let's see.
No, his best. He, you know what I mean. He's the epitome of
Young Frankenstein.
No, he's the Candyman.
Young Frankenstein.
But yeah, Young Frankenstein is pretty good too. I love it. That's another one we haven't watched on TJ. I'm gonna have to recommend that one and a couple.
Hey Jim,
there's a lot of really like The Mask. That's another good movie. The Mask. I love that movie. That's a really really good movie. It's funny. It's different. It's like kids love it. Adults love it. It's, they have jokes for everybody.
Really, The Mask.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Cher has a day since
that movie where
The Mask. Yeah, see, no, that's not The Mask. That's Mask. That's just Mask. Cher.
Yeah. The Mask. I thought.
Who cares?
You like Cher?
Is there another one in there?
He's talking to somebody else. He's talking to Dave.
There's another one in there. Yeah, I'm sure.
So he's just talking to someone else.
He's talking to Dave. There's Dave. Say, Dave.
Dave's not here. Dave's not here, man.
Dave's never here.
Dave is here, man. Oh, Dave is here, man.
Yeah, he's part of the ring of Daves, whatever the hell that is. There's a social club called Dave's.
Dave thing.
Change your date, name to Dave, and nothing can go wrong, ever.
It's a hard day. I made a mess of this.
Oh yeah, just on another note, Scott, did you see the Counting Crows put out another album?
I heard they're on tour, but is it cold? Really quick though, is it cold there too? Because it's 29 here now.
Dude, it's beautiful here. It's got to be 60, 65 degrees outside right now.
Oh, what? That's weird.
In Denver, yeah.
That's weird.
Well, wish me luck tomorrow. I got an interview coming up.
Well, subject is believers.
I'll be back at work again.
You interview with the vampire.
Yeah, that's what you might as well call it. Interview with a deli manager is what it is.
Oh, that's the same place. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice.
I got a different location now. They hired somebody else to work over here. I got my taxes back today.
Wow, bro, you would just get so tired of it.
I got about $1,000 worth of taxes back today, which is pretty cool. It's gonna pay
that's
the bills
cool.
for the rest of the month. I was surprised because Colorado actually took them an extra month and a half last year to get my taxes sent to me. It's crazy. Thanks, Ruth. Yeah. And I got another interview on the 13th for warehouse forklift operator at an oil manufacturing plant.
Oh, that would be good. That sounds good, dude. A forklift operator.
Hey, Roger.
Is that man holding?
We got a 45. Staring down the barrel of a 45.
That's not a 45, dude. Look at the barrel. Is that is it 357? Is what he's got? He's got a 357. Is what he's got. We're going hunting for elk.
It's a gun there. It looks like a real one.
It's a mock.
Both of those Glocks that we have look real, but mine doesn't shoot anymore. Mine don't real.
Nice. I've got a 45 now. But.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Why does Glock make BB guns and then they make them shitty because they broke? Both of our guns broke.
Well, Glocks are made out of.
They broke. They broke.
Where the CO2 goes, the little nipple in there, it's aluminum. So the more you put the CO2 in there, the more that thing.
Oh yeah.
It opens up so wide that it won't.
It's actually the seal that fucking gets old.
It's that nipple.
Yeah.
The seal, because once it starts to leak,
it's German made. It should be good. You know.
I know. I heard that too.
Yeah.
What was it?
It don't make any sense.
Just walking around here making noise. One night I thought there was nobody over there. I thought I was tripping, and all of a sudden
I won't break out my guns online, dude. I get strikes for that shit. So
yeah, don't do that, dude. Never do that, ever.
Don't do it, bro. And this one shoots pellets, bro. I got pointed pellets in the top. Bust them in there.
Nice. Put a hole in your ass.
My brake barrel. If I shot you in the spine, it might actually could be in.
Paralyze you.
If you were like didn't have a shirt on, and you were just standing on the street, and I hit you right between the spine, like with it, yeah, I think I could probably rupture it and probably cause some serious damage.
She's got a badass machine gun, except
it shoots like 25 BBs.
It only shoots 430 feet per second.
That's too very hard,
but it's cool. It sounds like it's got a silencer on it. It's just
yeah, you can hold the trigger and it'll go. It'll shoot the whole clip.
Like I got a little automatic one that looks like a big ass.
My paintball gun is badass shit. I don't have a tank
and it's automatic, but it's only 6-round burst. And
it's California people talking about BB guns. Look at this.
BB gun. Like
BB guns.
If I could make a big ass clip, like a big tube fed clip, where like there was a big old like bowl and then just spilled down into the tube, and if I could keep feeding it, I could shoot unlimited of them. I just have to switch to CO2 cartridge.
I didn't show you that.
That's better than a Gatling gun.
You can only shoot like 2 or 3, like 25 clips, and it uses up 2 tanks, so it's not worth it.
Soda can.
But if I could get an air driven, like hook my compressor up to it, or a high pressure thing, I could make it this off, dude.
$200.
$200
in a rifle that shoots soda can and converts with another barrel to shoot golf balls. I'm gonna show you right now.
An air cannon.
You could do that. It's not hard.
What?
This is the point. If you sort of shoot the little cannon.
It's a blank, yeah.
Right, but it shoots soda cans, dude.
That's badass. Oh yeah, they flop. They flop.
Watch, it gets better.
Hold it up there so you can see it.
I'll play it again for you.
No, hold it up.
I'll play it again so they can see it. Watch.
Why don't you just show both of them?
Because you can't see.
Yeah, while you're watching, we can't see. All right,
Hang on.
I'll zoom you in.
When he turns the phone upside down, he doesn't remember how to fucking turn the control.
All right.
It's food soda can. You put blanks in it basically, so it uses a big rifle blanks. You know, you buy the rifle blanks.
Okay.
Damn it.
What is it with you, dude? You always touch the screen.
It's going to shoot this little cannon.
So you use blanks instead of real bullets. So that they have compression.
It shoots soda cans.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting hit with a soda can, like moving 500 feet per
And then
second
look,
or
and
something
then
like
look.
that would hurt.
You get another barrel with golf balls.
Now that's what
Now
I
watch
want.
this shit. Watch.
Yeah.
Fucking
Now watch. Fucking hit his truck.
Oh shit, dude.
He ricocheted and dented his truck.
Oops. It's a good thing you wasn't driving those Tesla trucks,
Going
dude.
fast the fucking
That
hell,
out,
bro.
Yeah.
If you get it like a 30-06, bro, that's a big old fat cartridge, dude.
Dude, that's fucking
Oh,
sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's got a lot more power. That's what we used to
Yeah.
hunt with, the 30-aughts. Yeah.
Dude, if I could shoot a golf ball through the woods, bro, I could ricochet up a tree and knock you senseless, bro. Like, I don't even have to hit you. All I have to do is hit the tree nearby you and bounce off, and I'll knock this shit,
Bro,
knock you
just-
out, bro.
Just
You
imagine.
ricochet rabbit.
I can't imagine
Right?
getting hit by a golf ball going like
You're
that.
just back there in your backyard mowing.
All of a sudden,
You
bam!
know, and then, you get hit by the golf ball.
The
God.
fucking
This
move.
is bullshit, dude.
I know
That was
that.
fucking. You fucked up for that one.
I want to make an air cannon. Because basically all you do is just make an air cannon, and you just need like a blow. The valve costs like $200 or $300, but once you buy the valve, it's a dumb valve. You can just basically fill up a chamber, and it'll just break whatever's in the tank. It'll just cut it loose through a big ass hole, and I mean it
That
comes
just
out.
reminded me.
It'll freeze anything that shoots. Like it'll freeze the back end of it because it uses so much gas.
What we used to do when I was younger, you ever make a cannon, like a cannon?
Yeah, I have
Basically
one. Of them. Every time I use them, I blow them.
I didn't even realize it was.
You didn't see his goofy ass?
Basically, you make a jet engine out of it. Basically, you carve.
Well, that's another thing. I've heard you can make a jet engine out of a couple of aluminum cans.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you can.
I've never,
Fuel, bro.
but I don't want to know how the hell you cut the blades to be perfect so that it can spin fast.
With some very precise hands.
Nah.
Yeah, dude. Just
Hey,
aluminum. Piece of aluminum.
We'll do that on a stream one day. I'll build
Somebody doing that shit.
make a cannon and a jet engine out of can.
For a jet motor.
Yeah, you do. You need to start up there, bro.
Anything else you want to share with everybody? Since
Well,
you're
the
on
reason why
your
I think this engine is so badass is because once you get those big fans, they're made out of lead. Some of them are made out of lead.
Yeah, they got
The
a
big old
big gas.
blocks that spin, and that rotation backwards and forwards, that rotation together causes this like circulation that's ungodly.
I
I
want to
think
see
we-
how long this is. Are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, we ran away.
Oh, you did. You see what I got up there, don't you? See who's on the bullseye? I saw this on whose channel is this? Mitch from Australia. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a stupid statement ever uttered by humanity, is what it's called. Words are meaningless. Anyways, what were you gonna say again? You wanted to put this something on the show, so
Yeah, you keep trying to love me and then you don't. So
no, it's all you. What do you got?
so believers. Okay.
Yeah.
You know how we have all these people that are believers, and a lot of people would think that we're just believers too, right? That's a lot of people would say that. They'd say, "Well, Ryan, you're a believer too." Okay, I'm sure that you could say that because you don't know any better. Once
Nobody
you
knows
realize-
any better than Ryan.
That's right.
Well, the further you dig into like what belief is, yeah, it's everybody has some kind of belief. They have to.
Once you realize
Right?
what's really going on in the
Free will,
world,
isn't it?
that's when you realize you're fucked because somebody's
Think
got
about
way
Hey.
ahead of you.
Belief is just free will, right? Free to believe what you want. So technically it's whatever. Free will.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And I'm waiting for the fucking superior comment that you're gonna make.
I don't have one. I was just,
Yeah, usually you do.
I was just saying this. That's what.
Yeah, you're always just saying, but
Just
God,
saying.
hey, I can't.
Just
God
saying.
forbid I say something smart.
no. How dare you? Well, why would you want to say something smart and make me look
You're like,
bad?
damn, I don't know. Just to make you look better, right?
There you go. See, why. There's no other reason.
I admit it.
At least I admit it.
Okay, by definition, what does the word believe mean?
Means to be, lie, to be a lie.
To like,
So believe a lie
and
means to
decide
lie.
Not really.
what
To be
you
like
know.
lying. To
That's
be
what
a
you
liar.
know.
To be like a
That's what
liar.
it is.
Because believing means that you don't have evidence. I mean, you just believe it because
Believing
you
is just
Yeah.
your will.
It's accepting something without any.
It's kind of like if you live by a river, right? And
No
and
proof,
basically
but
you
believe
ate.
it. Just religion, perfect example. No proof, but you believe it.
But it could be anything. Electricity, you believe in.
You're right.
No one can see
Right.
electricity. No one knows
Absolutely.
exactly how it works,
I
but we
absolutely
still
agree.
use it every
I
day.
agree.
So, but I'm saying there's lots of things in the world that don't have explanations, but yet we use them all the time, and we don't really need to completely understand.
Yeah, we
And
do.
if God is as powerful as electricity is, which He is, then you can only imagine how powerful a God is.
Yeah,
that
but
has
if
power.
if what they say about
You're just a
we only
goofball that
use
doesn't.
10% of our
You just
brains,
don't want to
this and that,
believe
blah,
that
blah,
there's
blah,
one
then why
being
would
that
why
has all that
would-
control. You're afraid of
Why
that.
would God make us like that? Like we can't access our whole brain. Why would you give us such a
That's
big brain? We
bullshit.
can't access the motherfucker.
That's bullshit. Anyway.
Fucking retarded.
Who fucking told you that?
I hear it all the time.
It's fucking made up. It came from a movie, dude. Give me a
Probably
break.
did.
No shit. So why you believe it?
I didn't say I believed anything.
Well, at least it sounds like you did.
Fuck, man.
Sounds like you took it to
I'm
heart.
just throwing out hypothetical situations, man, and you take this shit to heart like a dumbass.
No, I'm not taking it to heart. I'm just making sure you're not.
God, you hearing any of this? I mean, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know.
You know what projection is? You know what projection is? It's when you bring up a subject that you have issues with. When you don't realize
You
you're
know
doing
what
it because
gaslighting is, motherfucker?
no, that's
Yeah.
you do that. You're like
Gaslighting is, Nick?
he'll show up and he'll show up and he'll be like, he'll give me a scenario, like just a crazy one, even if he's not even telling the truth.
Off the cuff, right?
He'll be like, check this out. So last night I was driving down the street and all
He
of a sudden
thinks that I'm not telling the truth.
the police
because he
pulled me
stays at
over
home.
and they
I
pulled me
don't
out of the
do
car
shit.
and they beat the shit out of me and they throw me on the ground on my face and they hold me down and then they start talking amongst each other and then they just let me go.
You're so fucking retarded.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you didn't fucking go down there and complain? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, they mistook me for someone else. I'm like, no, I don't think they do that. But
See, Ryan hasn't dealt with a lot of cops and, you know, been to jail. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
I think I have fought with the cops. I ain't stupid, motherfucker.
I'm not fighting it either.
I ain't trying to get beat up with a stick.
Me neither. I'm not trying to get
Tased
nothing.
and shit. Fuck all that.
Because the worst they're going
That
to do is
shit
give me a
piss
ticket and
me
send
off,
me
bro.
home and tell me not to
You
do it
think you're
again.
going to tase me and then take the motherfuckers out and I'm going to be cool? I don't think so. I'm going to bust your head.
Oh, no. If somebody does that to me, then yeah, they better have a really good fucking reason for doing it. It always does. Because the fucking...
Notice how the moon's going right over Ryan's head in every shot. It's following him around. Yeah. Now it's out.
Oh, that's the fucking light hitting the fucking camera.
Yeah. You getting the shadow on
Did you
there.
get that video? No, I didn't. Did get that video? Oh, the one. Did I send you the video of his?
By the way, you have control if you want to put something on. So if you want to share, you can share a video if you got one you wanted to share.
Put that one on there. This
I'll do it. I don't even know what's the trailer.
Huh?
Alright. Then upload it to fucking Discord, so it's gonna be hard to fucking share. But I'll have to share my screen.
Roger, I sent it to you too.
Did you get it?
You can control the stream now. You have controls in the back. I opened the control up for guests. That's like you, and anybody else comes in, they can come into my restream and use it.
Hang on, let me see how to fucking use it. Hold on.
You see how to share screen, right? Or you can press H.
I don't have an H. I'm on my phone. You.
Put your lights on. Yeah, that's what it is.
The power went out. That's what I just told you. Power went out. No.
Lights are on.
I know. So what are you talking about? So why are you saying it got dark? It didn't get dark. It's always fucking.
Lights on.
It didn't.
Your fucking
Turn that off. Well, yeah, those went out. Of course they do. Otherwise they'd stay all night. George. Why the fuck you always gonna argue about some shit? I'm not arguing about nothing, you fucking weirdo. This says I can upload a file, but then when I go to it, it just shows my camera open and it doesn't let me pick from pictures I already took. So I don't understand how the fuck I'm supposed to.
Well, have a Chrome tab and you click on it and it'll say share after you click on it.
No, there's nothing like that in here, bro.
Huh?
There's presentations, local video. What the fuck that is? It says upload video. I'm
You don't want to upload a video. You want to share. The share tab is the one that's got like a TV screen on it. Do you see it? Got an arrow in it. Yeah, that's how you share.
Hold on, let me figure this out. Shut up, Dave. Come on back on, dummy. What? It's not.
Ooh. Right at the moon.
Shine laser at the moon, Dave. How come I can't see it? There you go.
We can't see it here though. I'll put you on the big screen.
Can't see the laser, but normally I can see it.
We can't see it here at all.
No, you should be able to see it though.
Yeah.
Yours isn't very bright.
It's not bright enough. The moonlight's a cold.
No, I was gonna argue with him again.
Look, I can see it.
I can see it. Normally you can see it hella good through the camera. So it's on me right.
Yeah, plenty of things.
Maybe it's the wrong camera. No, it's not working.
Fudge.
There you go. Oh. Nope. Not really. You see like the tip of it. You see the beam now.
It's not really that bright.
It's really not bright at all. It sucks ass. But it's green, okay. Normally green stuff, but really good. No, if I knew where my purple one was, I wouldn't have come up with it.
Trollette, go to sleep if you're struggling that bad.
I got there, and then you have the red and green one. Where's the other ones I got?
There's only one.
I got like 3 or 4.
You got me the purple
Okay,
one.
turn it
I can't see, man.
And then I got the fucking red and green.
I got the red and green one still. Doesn't have. But that one's not bright. That one's just not it needs to be charged.
You know, USB, that's everything. Yeah, I know.
This is my desk. All the stuff I'm working. And the rest of the house is like this too. Pretty much. Except for the living room. What are you doing? Oh, is it really plugging me into it? Funny. Weird, this laser beam just plugs in like one of those freaking
USB, man.
You can plug in a laser and charge it.
laser.
You're using it.
It plugs right in there. Look, it's cool. I like that.
Nice.
That's fucking neat. That's the way they ought to make them. They ought to just make them plug in the cigarette lighter. That's easier. Yeah, it would be. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that yet. Although I could make one like that, it'd be a pain in the ass to sit and solder all that little tiny shit.
Yeah, I can.
And this is a workbench, and that's a NOS energy drink right there, it looks like.
That's not a NOS, it's a lemonade.
It's a Minute Maid.
It's a Minute Maid lemonade.
Pink lemonade.
It's a small can. I thought it was a large one.
Oh.
And that's the green thing. There's a ceramic bong.
The what?
Well, who got a bomb?
It's not ceramic, it's rubber. It's made out of latex.
No,
It looks like a bong because it is a bong.
no, it's a bomb.
No, it's not a boom. No, you can't say that word. No.
This is what it looks like normally in Ryan's backyard.
Totally hold for the video thing.
Always something going on.
You can't even sing the song La Bamba, man. Like you can't even sing it.
I don't know about you, but
Good for you.
I need fucking motherfucking USA.
Good for you.
What I want.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
Now we get to look inside of Ryan's helmet. Yeah.
Shoot the shit out of it. What the fuck is that?
That's my camera facing me for this, and now they can see us better.
Oh, yeah. That's better.
Yeah. Nothing to see here.
I'm here.
Say goodnight to Trollette. She's leaving.
Just a fucking triple ice chest full of weed.
I don't know what to see here.
Nothing to see here. Where's another jar at?
Right there.
Right where? Right
Right
there.
there.
What are we smoking that?
Fucking man.
That's
Huh?
my shit.
I'm smoking too.
That's the shit you're supposed to be smoking. You didn't even try to get it.
I don't give a shit. I just seen you trying to fix one. You ain't got enough goddamn.
I thought you were
worry about.
picky because this jar of stuff's been sitting over here for months.
So what? I'm smoking
And
it.
you notice that he didn't figure out how to use the controls, so I'm gonna throw a anus video on so we can entertain ourselves while they do what they're doing. I'll turn the volume down on it.
Well, we're going to talk about something, but I don't have any videos.
Yeah, you can talk. I'm not gonna have any volume on it. That's what I'm saying. Just like background. Background. In the background, Jim Anus will be playing.
Just me. See the water droplets on my helmet? Yeah, that's what I'm at. From going to the park, through the grass, and not realizing that the damn sprinklers were on. It was funny. I did it.
You did it and you missed it? All right, nice.
I did it and you missed it.
Thank God. Really?
That dude does it.
All right. We're good now. The floor is yours. Are you on the floor yet? I'm staring at something. I have no idea what it is. That was a light.
Reflection. What happens when you mic the moon? Okay?
Yeah.
You might hit the side of it. Snuck off again, didn't you?
Yeah. What? You know, you still have a light on in there. Yeah, I know.
He did.
Why
All right, now, what's the fabulous talk about? Believing? I think we've defined what believers are.
So, he and I
can
saw something the other night.
Okay. What'd you see?
Why don't you explain it?
What?
We saw the other day.
Oh, that flame thing?
Yeah, he comes around. So I'm sitting in the front yard and I'm fucking smoking pot and talking shit online or something. And he comes running around the corner and he's all, dude, there's this fucking thing flying across.
No. I come around the corner trying to get his attention.
Yeah,
Oh, look.
What the fuck? What?
I was like, finally, when he turns around, he catches the tail end of it. But this freaking thing came from way back here, behind my place.
It was moving level to the ground. It was
and
cool.
fast.
It was
And it had a tail.
But it had a tail like a comet or something. It was
Hella
weird,
long.
like sparkles.
Right. And
It
then
was
by the time it got over here, like towards the end, it just kind of, the tail fizzled out, but it kept going and just, I don't know what the hell it
I
was.
saw the video he had. Yeah, I saw what you saw.
It was just a short video, but I mean, I didn't get much of it because it got around the trees and I couldn't see it after that. But by the time I got my video out and turned it on and got it zoomed in on it,
I was so in awe and trying to get
so was I. I was staring at
attention.
it going, dude, what the fuck? I've never seen nothing like that before.
If you had the mention video, I wouldn't.
I swear to God, it looked like maybe it was as high up as like, you know, like a private plane. You know what I mean? That's maybe high, right? Like maybe 1,000 feet up at that.
Something like that. But
It wasn't that high.
It was on fire.
But it was on fire. It looked like it looked like a ball of flame, like a sparkle. It looked like a sparkle flying across, like level with the ground. It was weird.
It looked like a really close falling star, but not falling. It was.
But it was just moving straight. Yeah, it was moving straight. It was not going down.
It was
at all.
just flying across the sky.
Like it was just flying
that's
through, like,
the
hey,
whole
how you doing, guys? Just leaving a little trail behind. It was
Nice.
weird. I was like,
There was
what the
no
fuck?
sound. whatsoever. None.
No sound.
No sound at all.
Any noise. Didn't make a crackle.
And then
or
once it disappeared, I seen, some more aircraft out in the distance.
yeah. All of a sudden, all the
airplanes.
airplanes in the neighborhood and all the helicopters just fucking showed up, and we're like going around, flying around everywhere.
Speaking of which, there's a silver blue with a red stripe helicopter. Okay, that's, you know what helicopter that is? That's part of the damn district or the regional shit. Yeah. And they assist with the cops and all this other shit. Yeah. But they were circling over here last week, hella low. And I caught them with my binocs and shit. And then I seen them on the web page of the parks and shit, the regional shit. And I was like, what the fuck? They're the same chopper. Because they were coming right at me. I had my binoculars out. I could see the guy flying them over. It was crazy. He's just sitting there flying, looking. It looked like he was looking right at me, but
No, I can't see it. It was cool. He's not looking through it. Well, the police helicopter is looking through a monocle. He's looking through a night scope.
yeah.
It's got infrared, so you can see
Well, they have
along
it
this,
in their helmet and shit.
whatever it is. Yeah, you can see through the little lens and the camera.
That's pretty good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They use clear and infrared.
I don't think they just fly around with FLIR though. They don't need to. They
I thought with those goggles we got with infrared shit, I figured if you pulling them up at the sky, you'd be able to see shit.
You can, but not a lot. You can see extra stars, but not a lot. You get some stuff that you don't see with your eyes. Though. I've seen it.
Well, you should be able to see.
What I want to learn about is that crystal that you can put on glasses that it makes you see like this red color that you can see like demons and shit close to it. They outlaw it. I want to get hold of that.
I've never heard of that.
This is what I was talking about believers, is because there's these things that people claim that exist, and people swear by.
They can believe a bunch of things.
I know they're just dumb, but I know, but some of it makes sense though. Like it would make sense if they had that technology, then that would explain why we see rockets and comets flying around. They can make us see anything because it's fucking blue beam. Right, they use lasers.
But
and
it's
they
already
cross
been
them and-
proven that you can't go nowhere, right? Musk is still launching rockets, even though he said there's a fucking something up there because he's blowing up his fucking rocket. But yet he's still saying he's launching them. He's gonna send somebody to Mars. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, right.
You dumb get wet before you can do it. Fucking stupid. Better have a boat. And better have a submarine.
I don't get that shit, man.
Truth is, if you got to the dome, it'd be water.
And the moon, dude, did you see what a couple weeks ago? The moon was like shifted this way, but the top was shaded. And it was over there, I think it was. Right there. Yeah, but,
Make a bet the next Elon rocket that goes up is going to blow up.
Well, they supposedly land, but
Okay,
that's only.
the ones that are coming back, those are those test rockets that he said he's going to launch people up into outer space, out to Mars, and all this bullshit.
There are no
And
rockets.
then you can bring them back, right?
There are no
Yeah,
rockets.
Uh-huh.
You can land.
If they don't go anywhere. They just go up as high as they can go before it hits the thing and blows up, and then they bring it back down. Success.
Well, yeah, they
I mean,
fly-
it's cool that they
go
can
high
land
up.
a rocket. I mean, cool, yes, but
That's all it is. It's just entertainment, just like football.
what's the point? You ain't going
Exactly
nowhere.
the same thing. It's like, why football? Why do we have a football team?
Well, that's more entertaining.
How is it?
I think so. Well,
Football's fake too, though.
it used to be anyway.
The actual winning is actually fake.
I already know.
Somebody controls
I
it.
don't watch it anymore.
That's why, and they always make it interesting. That's why you'll notice that every game always has something happen. It's never like boring. Like
I don't watch it. Every time I see it, I get drawn in. You know what I mean?
I don't anymore. I just
But I don't make it a day of going to watch football.
Football's boring as fuck. Even when you're at the game, it's like you don't even know what's going on because they don't really announce it like they do on. It's like you're lost. You're like, well, why come I can't hear what he did? And the only thing you hear on the thing is like first down and so many yards. That's all you hear. It's like the rest of it is like all the shit on the back of the field. Everybody talking is not there. You just hear people next to you talking about their corn dogs and people arguing about their team's better than the other guy and fighting and shaking their fucking chest and shit like a idiot. Fighting
old
in the
man
parking lot.
getting in a fight with some chick. You see, like, he
Scalper
went to
throwing
push her, and she pushed back, and he fell down and shit.
I almost got because I was buzzing and some guy was like talking all this shit. I was like, why are you being an asshole, bro? Like, bug off, man. I'm just sitting here trying to be cool. You know?
Jim Ada said, "Thanks for the anus vision."
Oh, what? Oh, what's wrong with you guys, man? What's wrong with you? Hang on, dude. Jesus Christ. Where you looking for somebody's house for, bro?
That's Jim, dude. He's the anus.
Daddy, motherfuckers. David Dork, he thinks that Jimmy is like some kind of side segment. The dude's name.
Everybody's got an anus. I don't care if you're gay or not.
Okay, I was making jokes. Well, yeah, but you're making jokes like this week, like we were. I think I'm stupid. No, nobody thinks you're stupid. We're just laughing because you're laughing about something we've already laughed about 50 times. That's all. It's not that you're stupid, it's just we heard it before.
It's a running joke, man.
It's
a running joke.
You better my jokes. My jokes keep coming. You better get better jokes, man. So we can get more high. You're better when you're high. At least you get real funny. You get funny because then you start laughing and you laugh at yourself because you know the joke better. And you laugh at yourself because that's not fun. You're funny whenever you laugh at yourself. I love it when a comedian tells a joke and he starts cracking up. I think it's funny as hell. It usually means he thinks the joke's funny. That's a real comedian. If I start laughing at my own jokes, then that's a pretty good joke. Right? If you get cracked up while you're in the middle of the while show. You're telling your show, like if it comes that naturally that you don't even like think to say something, then I've done that. But I've done that. A lot of them comedians, actors. There's a few out there that like Arnez J. That dude's so way from well, talking about his retarded cousin or brother, like a handicapped brother. Talks about him fighting. There was two handicapped. They were gonna fight, but they were swinging, but weren't hitting. So I had to push them closer together, make sure that somebody hit. And the audience was like, "Oh!" And he goes, "I told y'all to buckle up, didn't I? Told you to buckle up." Well, you got someone in your family, and then his brother Rodney whoops his dude's butt. So he's sitting on the way home in the car going, "Wee, car every man, kick that motherfucker ass." Fucking great, dude. You gotta watch this shit. Arnez J. Brother Rodney. Hilarious. He said there's one on there where he talks about his brother, his dad hit him. And so he goes and grabs the phone, but goes behind the curtain. Like nobody can see him. He calls 911, but he's handicapped, right? So they can't understand it. It's hilarious, dude. So you gotta watch it. Excuse me, sir, can you say that again? We can't understand you.
Well, that was an interesting story. Did you ever figure out what the hell that thing was?
No clue. Nobody even said anything. I posted it on my socials and nobody said nothing. It's weird. But I know I posted it, but like nobody, I don't know. Nobody had seen it. I don't know, it's weird.
I tell you what, we'll go over your video if you want to. What do you think? If you want to download it or something, give it to Ryan. He can put it on his channel. We can go over it.
I don't know how to pop it up. I don't know how to get it. I have to get on my computer and then I have to upload it to my computer instead of stuff.
That shouldn't take too long.
Open my email from there and do it. You're not computers, right? They're a pain in the fucking ass. Even though I'm logged into Google on both of them, it wants to slip into two different Google accounts, even though it's the same one.
It wants to slip in, so your emails are like whores. They want to slip in everything.
As I am when I go on your computer, but for some reason, Microsoft does it differently. It changes it somehow to where I have a different icon when I use the computer than when I use my phone.
It's done that to me in a couple emails. It'll like change the account to something else, and I have to set up another password and everything else just to get it on the computer as opposed to my phone.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share tonight?
No, not right now.
She's going on 2.5 hours almost. We're at 2:05, so ain't too bad. We could do a 10-hour stream of absolutely nothing. Yeah.
You take pictures of the moon and
stars. Yeah. I'll put it on the big screen for you so you can get a better look at it.
That'd be cool. I told him he needs to watch our show, but he didn't.
There you go. There he is in full color.
But didn't you
He's
get
got a,
magazine?
he has a feet on out.
Is there somebody that you know film that? Yeah, Jermaine. Jermaine.
Yeah.
He also raises birds.
Hey, he racing pigeons, dude.
Something.
He's got racing birds.
Yeah, racing birds. That's it right there, bro. And they want like a 5 Look, did they go to the That's the same motor that I have in the golf cart. Yeah, see, that's what it looks like with the golf cart motor. Yeah, dude, the 5-speed right there. Bro. Look at all the fucking gas lines. There you go. I didn't even know anything like that. Oh, wait.
That's beautiful. Come on. Go.
So what's the exhaust on there? It's fucking loud. It goes loud. Just like this.
Now the controls won't work.
That's just red on it. That's the same one I got.
There we go.
That's the 950. And special cart 200cc life and 5-speed. Engine electric starts. That's when it starts up but then dies. Probably a super simple fix. I also have because those hoses get fucked up. 2 more tires or 2. There's a 2-stroke in it. Isn't that a 2-stroke? Yeah. I don't know. The one I have is 5. So just the gas engine, I think. That's cool, dude. It's one of those flatbed things. That's the 3. Yeah, it's one of those flat. It's one of those gophers. I call it a gopher. That's pretty much the type. Yeah. Pretty much what my start with me. I wanted to here's for that. I was finding the only thing that looks like
Well, just because Dave ain't seen Jim Manus, I'll play out with one of his videos. You guys want to get out? It's been a long day. I'll say good night to the audience. Thanks, Jim, for the videos.
It looks just like that. That little thing. Yeah, you just put buttons on it. That's a full size one, dude. That's what I built that.
I'm going to play out with Jim Manus. So good night. Orion's belt.
It's a tractor seat. Yeah. The old tractor seat. Yeah,
podcast. We're gonna break the glass with pictures. No, I don't want copyright.